question before we get out of here on the topic of AEW. This was sent to cornydrivethrue@gmail.com from Jesse in Memphis. Greetings,
Jesse!
Loyal Cult of Cornet member here with an interesting tidbit I found in an interview recently given by Bryan Danielson. It was a lengthy interview that covered many topics, including Danielson's thoughts about why he loves wrestling. He had this to say, the quote, "The reality that I've come to is that I've always done wrestling that isn't necessarily for fans, but kind of for myself because I love to do this. I love the act of wrestling. Jim has said many times that there are many more marks in the ring in AEW than there are in the stands. I would say that this comment proves it, but I would like to hear Jim's thoughts on this one."
Well, I kind of agree with Jesse there. Here's the thing: if you can have both, it's great. I always, when I was managing the Midnight Express, I liked the style of wrestling that they performed. It was the most fun for me to participate in as a manager. And at the same time, it worked for them, and we drew a tremendous amount of money with it, and we were always used on top in the main events because of it. And nobody that we were working for, Dusty Rhodes or Bill Watts or fucking whoever, nobody said, "We don't like this, change it." So that was very serendipitous that what we did best was also what we enjoyed doing and what drew the most money. But if you're in another position where what you do best and what draws money is not necessarily what you like doing the most, well, that's unfortunate, but you, instead of doing what you like to do rather than what the fans like to do or what draws the money, sells tickets or whatever, if you don't start doing that instead of what you like to do, at some point the people that you work for would say, "Hey, don't do any more of this, do some more of that, because that draws money and sells tickets. You're having a wonderful time, nobody gives a shit." So that's, again, it's great if you become an actor and you never get a part that you don't particularly like. But sometimes you're going to, does that mean that you, against the wishes of the director or the producer, change the part to do more of the shit you do like? Instead of that pesky accent that you're supposed to be doing, that's what I'm saying. If you're doing this for fun, quit your job with a real company and go do indies. But if you're on national TV, do what you're supposed to do to draw money.
So that's the feeling I had during the last several Danielson matches over the last couple of years. The pacing of it felt like it was more for him than it was the pacing that the fans were at or needed to be at. I think it was just him doing what he wanted to do and what he enjoyed doing, but again, Danielson's AEW run could be looked at as a lot of things. I don't know about a big success.
No, there were great bright spots, and I mean, he's over with the people. They like him. They genuinely like Bryan Danielson as a person. Not even talking about as a wrestler. The fans like Mick Foley, like a few other people, and that's why Bryan has been able to get away with doing a lot of what he likes to do, because the fans like him. He does whatever it is he does it well. It's somewhat unique, and the fans like him as a person, and so he gets a pass, and they're willing to put up with a lot of stuff. But the matches themselves, as you said, are the long, the goofy, the Japanese style stuff that, when I say goofy, I don't mean goofy like he's out there with a lampshade on his head. Just the goofy shit the Japanese matches do. The people in America don't give a shit about, don't understand. He does a lot of that, but because it's him, he gets by with it. But if he was concentrating on okay, I've got a bad neck and I've got these injuries and I'm, nearing the end of my career, so let's go out and let's do 10 or 12 minutes that tears the fucking house down and yay, and sell some tickets and not put any stress on my body. That's the kind of fun I want to have. Then that'd be great, but instead he's doing 30 minutes and getting dropped on his head every 5 seconds because that's what he likes to do.
Man,